What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, everyone? How y'all doing today? Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly. Let me know if my mic is good. I just want to Elijah Watt said Coach Prime is not leaving JSU. I just hope he stays, man. Yeah, I want to see what y'all got to say about all this talk that's going on right now, man. Yeah, so I hope he stays. He's doing great work. I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. I feel the same way. Um, it's been a lot of talk and chatter going on. What up, though, from Detroit? You had a break this during the Bayou Classic. I mean, I'm watching the Bayou Classic right now. I got the game on right now, watching it. But I know somebody else was doing like a live that was covering it, so I didn't feel the need to do it because somebody else was doing it, and you know, I try not to take away views from other people while they live. So the media is pushing a narrative to keep the next group of top commits from going to JSU. They want it to end. If they say Prime is leaving next year, they may not want to commit. The cut 2009 said, "Man, you got me torn. Black people can't have nothing, man." Mm, mm, mm. Jack State administration has to step up their game. It's all on them now. Yeah, they got to figure out something. They got to do They got to do something. Now, watch Southern lose this game. I think Grambling gonna beat them. Ain't nothing wrong with shooting your shot. It's not a narrative. But do y'all think Coach Prime are y'all liking the way that he's handling it? Let me know how. I want to know how y'all feel about that. Like, do y'all think Coach Prime? Because you see the way Lane Kiffin handled his situation with Ole Miss and Auburn. Are y'all okay with the way Coach Prime is handling the Colorado USF stuff that's going on with Jackson State? I just want to know y'all opinion on it. I'm kind of not, to be honest. I tell you what, though, Coach Prime is angry about the water situation in Mississippi. I mean, as he should be. He will let the team know tomorrow when they get back that he is not leaving. That'll be good, man. I hope he does. I hope he don't leave, man, because I just think what he's doing, the momentum that he has right now for HBCUs is just so great, and it would be a shame to derail it. You're building something beautiful on the HBCU level. Don't leave now. Give it a couple of years. Those Power 5 jobs are going to always be there. They're going to always be looking for somebody that's going to instantly make their programs relevant. So, see what you can do on the HBCU level, try to build this thing up. And then I've been battling with myself all today, just thinking about, what kind of message would that send to Black coaches or other Black kids that's aspiring to be coaches? I don't know, run into a Power 5 when instead of building your own. I just feel like that's a bad message to send. Am I tripping on that, y'all? I just don't feel like that's a good message to send, a good example to set. Of course, he's letting the media do all the talking, but at the end of the day, Jackson, Mississippi is on the clock. Better call the governor. Yeah, make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Yes, that's what I'm saying. You not tripping. Yeah, I mean, because I love Coach Prime. I think what he's doing is awesome. But I feel like, I don't know. You know how Cleveland fans felt with LeBron, the decision? I feel like we as Jackson State fans are going to be in a situation like that, because I think if he did leave, Jackson State fans are going to be kind of mad by the way it was done, And I think when LeBron left Cleveland, it wasn't the fact that he left Cleveland, it was how he did it that made people so mad. So, and he got the backlash. He got unforeseen backlash from that he still hasn't recovered from because of the way he left Cleveland. So I would hope if Coach Prime did leave, he would do it in a way that would make the people of Jackson State and the HBCU community feel okay with it or all right. Even though he doesn't owe us anything because it's a job, but when this school has gave you your first opportunity and this fan base loves you so much, I mean, it's important to be careful with the way you leave. Nature Boy 601 said he's free to leave, it's his choice, but any and all support I have for him is over and done. So you're gonna stop supporting him if he leaves, Nature Boy? If he wasn't winning, they wouldn't want him. I don't believe Coach Prime will leave for Colorado, but I do think this has revealed that people need to appreciate anyone who comes to help elevate. Nothing is forever. That's true. I'm not believing anything until Prime's himself say he leaving. You right. He should do it in a good fashion. Yeah, I'm just saying, you know, I don't know, man. This is crazy because it's gonna change so much. I think it's gonna be like a Thanos snap for HBCUs, man. I think it's gonna be instantly. You're gonna see the ESPNs go away. They're not gonna be covering our games like they should. They're gonna go right back to doing the BS that they were doing before. Now, I feel like if he stays a little bit longer, a couple of years longer, then he can set a foundation to where these big broadcasters and stuff or get deals done to where we'll have something set in stone, something that's sustainable. I feel like if he just up and leave right now, they'll just go back to doing what they've been doing. Y'all have to relax. Y'all talking about doomsday off it rumor. I mean, hey, if they offered him, all he got to do is say yeah, and it's done. So the ball is in his court now. See, before with TCU and all those other schools and all those other rumors, he was just rumored, to be a candidate. He never got an offer. This is an offer. So if he got an offer, that means that it's on him. And the ball is in his court. If he say yes, it's over with. Coach Prime not going nowhere yet. All caps. He did his part. What is Ray Lewis or someone comes in after Coach Prime? And you're not going to get another Coach Prime. I don't care. There's nobody that can do what Coach Prime is doing. You can't substitute Coach Prime. That's why these Power 5 schools want him so bad. That's why Colorado want him so bad. Colorado is trash. They haven't been relevant for 30 years. And they even said in their statement that he can instantly make them relevant again. This is what this is about. They want to be relevant again. They don't really care about the coaching. They just want the spotlight. They just want to be in the spotlight. They want to be relevant. Because a lot of the fans from Colorado has already talked about how the school doesn't care about football. They only care about education. So he will be going into a program like that. So he would have to change the whole culture around. Colorado is desperate, but who really wants to go to Colorado? Right. They don't want him as bad as you think. If they offered him a job, they want him. Because if they already gave him an offer, evidently they want him. If he took it, then he would be a hypocrite telling the players you don't have to go to a Power 5 to go to the NFL, but he takes a job at a Power 5. Sabrina. Ooh, you might have said something then. You might have started something then with that one, Sabrina. You might have started something then. I'm gonna open up the phone lines. I want y'all to call in and let us know what you think, man. I want to hear from y'all and see what y'all think about this. Phone lines are open 657-390-4814. Y'all want to call in, let us know what you think. Do you think Coach Prime is gone? What do y'all think about Colorado offering Coach Prime? The ball is in his court now. I'm hoping that he tells them no. You know how much strength it would take for him to be like, nah, I'm good. And the example that it would show for HBCUs and the coaches out there in the community that, we're together in this thing and we're going to build this thing up. So I'm hoping that he tells them no. All right, we got a call coming in. Hold on, y'all. What's going on, caller? You live? Talk to me.
Hey, what's going on? It's Monty from Detroit.
What's going on, Money?
Hey, man, I don't think he's going to leave this soon, but if it's a real nice offer, like he's been saying, he wants to take care of his guys who've been
Mm-hmm.
with him going all the way back to high school. And my thing is, that's been put out there. If I'm Ashley Robinson, I'm trying to get his guys some type of raise. I mean, we already know Dion is coaching for, pennies compared to, what he's brought to Jackson State and HBCUs in general with his impact. So why not play business and at least try to give his guys, that's on the squad an offer an increase?
Right, right. So do you think Colorado will be okay with him bringing all these coaches with him? Or do you already think they're going to have people already in place that they want to have certain jobs? The Power 5 schools, they kind of already have, people that they already want to have a certain job, and to be a lot of politics going on with that. Do you think any of that will play a factor?
If it does, then being Coach Prime, he's not going for that. If you
Yeah.
want me, you come, you get everything that comes with me,
Right.
including my staff, and
Mm-hmm.
that would be an insult. I'm here right up the street from the University of Michigan. When Harbaugh came in, he got rid of everybody that was at Michigan, and
Mm.
that's a long-standing program. So when you coming in as the head, the same way when Nick Saban got to Alabama, it don't matter who y'all got, whoever y'all got haven't been doing the job. I need to bring my people in. So I'm
Right.
sure Dion is smart enough that he's negotiating that. I'm not, we're not going to do like the way the Lakers did. They brought in one boy, but then had Jason Kidd as an assistant when we know he should have been the head coach. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So Prime, he's smarter than that. He know the business. Hey, it's either my squad or nothing. And I think, and you'll be dumb any school not to allow that to happen, if you really want them. If you don't, you're just trying to get in the headlines, then that's one thing. But that would be an insult not to say that I can bring in my own squad, especially when you coming in as the head coach. The head coach is the CEO of the football team, and they make all the decisions, all the way down. Now maybe, the trainers they got on staff, stuff like that, that can, you can keep that, but he even brought in some good, he brought in a great strength and conditioning coach for JSU this year. So you notice how
Right.
they've been very prepared for the second half of most games.
Mm-hmm. So what's your gut feeling? What you think is gonna happen?
I think he's going to stay. I don't think I don't think he's going to take the Colorado job. You know, I think he would probably want to stay in the South somewhere. But if they jump out there big, like you said, I listened to what he's been saying. He wants to take care of his guys. He can't, you know, pretty much, take care of his guys for the long run that's been riding with him. Coach Prime is a very loyal person,
Mm-hmm.
and all his guys has been on the squad. They've been with him for a minute. So you got to think, you know, what he sold him on his vision going all the way back, to high school football. They rolling with him, and that's how most, successful coaches, saving all of them, they usually have guys they've been having with them for years, and so I think that's what it's going to come down to on how much this is going to help impact his staff as well. But I don't think Colorado is a job. I think it's some other ones out there that's going to also come after him, especially if they go ahead, win the SWAC championship in a couple weeks, and then win that Celebration Bowl. So you ain't got to
Right.
put all your cards on the table. But like you said, he's gonna take some interviews.
Yeah.
Why not? We all go to a job and perform, and
Mm-hmm.
you hope to get upgraded. That's
Right.
just business.
Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But I appreciate the call. Let me get some of these other callers. I thank you for calling.
All right, peace.
All right. All right, let's get to the next person. What's going on, Carly Live? Talk to me.
Hi, what's going on, sir? My name is Reggie Boston from a respectable HBCU, not in the SWAC, the CIAA, Virginia
Okay.
State University.
All right, shout out to Virginia State.
I appreciate that, sir. Looking at everything and just watching, Dion make Jackson State irrelevant, it's great to see that. Even coming from our conference, from the CIAA, we're very small, and that right there gives a lot of hope to us one day to have a coach like that. We had Reggie Barlow for us, who ended up transitioning to the XFL, and if Dion left, Jackson State, it would kind of set us back a little bit.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So what you think about what's going on right now?
I just think Dion is enjoying the ride of, everybody's looking at him as being the best and bringing a lot of relevancy to the school, and it's doing great for it, to transition from a place that didn't know what you were going to be to now being across the world. Now people want to go there. It's great for him. But I think stay with us and build something that we've never had in it's been a while, and I think he should stay. It's true to the culture. You praised about being with us. Stay with us. Don't just take the big money and then look back and say, well, man, I took the big money instead of staying.
So let me see how I want to phrase this. So if he did leave, what do you think is going to happen with, the SWAC and, the state of HBCUs if he did leave? Do you think
if he did leave, from the SWAC is a very good conference.
Mm-hmm.
I think it won't get that press as it usually would, with Prime Time. There's a lot of great SWAC coaches out there, but Prime just gave it more of that flavor that people never seen before.
Mm-hmm.
It was more exposure that we needed, especially for the SWAC or any HBCU conference that needed that kind of flair and that flavor. I can tell from us, from the CIAA, we're on the Inspire Network. It's pretty hard to kind of get that channel in certain locations. So for us, we can attest to that. Right. And if Dion, kind of leaves them, it can still hurt us. It's going to be harder for us to get more of being on the worldwide, big game day, like being on that network. And I think, they're not going to push us out as much.
So
we're probably going to be on ESPN and everything.
Let me ask you this. So what do you think he has to do to be able to leave and leave something sustainable? Like, how long do you think he has to be there?
I would say, stay at least 10 years. Build Jackson State up to that Power 5 where it's so irrelevant, where you can leave and leave a good assistant coach that can run it perfectly. Or, I know there was someone that had said it years ago, I think a couple months ago, that, who'd be another good fit that could be in the SWAC. They said, that personality like Dion, there's another person that can't be like Dion, but maybe Cam Newton. If Cam Newton just said he wanted to retire, Cam would probably be a good fit for a young crowd in the SWAC. There would probably be some schools that would be interested in Cam Newton's presence, personality. There will be some guys that would be listening, wanting to hear him out. He played in the NFL.
I can see that, but you're not gonna replace Dion. Like his personality.
It's a hard one. It's a very hard one.
Yeah, I don't think nobody has that at all. But let me get to some of these other callers. You can call back later. I'm gonna get to some of these other callers. Appreciate you.
I appreciate your time, sir.
All right. Yeah, they got the halftime show going on the Bayou Classic. What's going on, Carly Live? Talk to me.
All right, what's up, Swag Buzz? Real quick, brother. I don't care if Coach Prime stay or leave. I would like for him to stay. I'm riding with Jackson State till the wheels fall off. But I would caution Coach Prime or his staff when they do leave. Do you remember the coach named Charlie Strong?
Oh, yeah, I remember Charlie Strong. Yeah.
Okay, remember? He was at Florida. He was supposed to get the Florida job. He was a defensive coach for Florida for years. They didn't hire him. Everybody made a big deal about him getting a job. Remember, he took the job at Texas. And I was one of the first ones that said, don't take that job at Texas. And when he took the job, he came there, he cleaned that program out. They had a bunch of students, athletes not going to class, not performing on the field, disciplinary problems. Mm-hmm. He came there and cleaned it out. He got a couple of great recruiting classes, and guess what happened? They fired him. It's not about the money with these PWIs. They will give you $6-7 million, but they want those players to come there. This is all a marketing of gimmick to me. Okay, now we got Coach Prime time here. Now we can put Coach Prime billboards. Now we're about to get this revenue. You see what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. And you have to worry about when you do build your program into a powerhouse, where they just replace you with somebody that they want to be affiliated.
That's what they did at Texas. Now it didn't work out for them like they thought it was going to work out, but it did. You know, Texas has a budget, not a budget, a revenue intake of over $100 million for the athletic program. Colorado does not have, they're not slouching either. Those schools got money to get somebody like Coach Prime and his entire staff. And of course, what do you think they want Coach Prime to bring? They want him to bring his son, and they want him to bring Travis Hunter also. Mm-hmm. This is not just about him. This is about them to get their name back in there. Colorado is in the Big Ten now? Or are they in the Big 12? I don't even know what they...
In the Pac-12.
Yeah, I think it's Big 10.
No, Pac-12.
Pac-12. Okay, they're in the Pac-12. Now, you know the Pac-12 barely gets any coverage anymore. If you ain't UCLA or USC, nobody's going to pay you no attention. This is all about a gimmick to me. Now, like I said, if he goes, God bless him. If he stays, more power to it. But if I was him, I would not leave after 3 years when I know I can stay there another 4 or 5 years and build something that nobody's going to be able to take away from me. Going out there to Colorado, it's going to take you at least 4 to 5 years to even get to to me, a winning record. Colorado is a horrible football program.
Yep.
And they know that. So I think they just want to put a face out there and to not so much get revenue, just to say, hey, look at us now. Because they're not crazy. They read the articles. They see this man on TV. They see all this stuff, and then they say, hey, we can get this here. Because I'm pretty sure they've offered him, and I guarantee you there ain't no $1 or $2 million. They probably offered him anywhere from 5 to 6. That's just my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
We'll never know. But that's what they probably offered him, which they can pay him. So I really hope he don't go. But if he go, I'm still going to be a Jackson State fan.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know about everybody else.
Oh, yeah. I'm still going to be covering. I'm still going to be covering the swag, too. I want to see how many people going to keep covering the swag when he gone. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Only and you know, I'm gonna call out one name. I usually don't call out folks' names, but I'm gonna call out one name. That clown Scotty off script. That is the biggest bandwagon, buck jumping, buck dancing. Oh, I'm a SWAC fan. Boy, you never watched a SWAC football game a day in your life that Coach Prime started coaching. All these people popping up on YouTube with all these different things since Coach Prime started. I'm like, where were y'all at before? When we was begging for somebody to get on here so we can watch and talk about SWAC football on Saturday. So I want to see how many of these little bandwagon YouTubers go to Colorado and see if they're gonna cover the Colorado if Coach Prime leaves. You know what I'm saying? It's too many of them out here, and trust me, they want him to leave, but they want him to stay also. Because if he stays, that means that their little content can keep getting up there. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But if he leaves, I told you so. But I ain't worried about it. I'm still going to rock with JSU. The Sonic Boom is in the South. Y'all have a good day, brother.
All right. Thank you for the call.
All right.
Yeah. I started stopping because I don't like people mentioning other people's channels on here. But like I said, I'm going to keep covering the SWAC because even before I had a YouTube channel, I was going to SWAC games every year since I was a kid. So the SWAC is my culture. So I'm not going to stop covering it. You know, I'm not gonna stop talking about it. I'm gonna be going to games every year. I was going to the games every year before I had a YouTube channel. Going to the games every year, even afterwards. So let's get to the next call. Hold on, y'all. What's going on, Carly Live? Talk to me.
Hello.
What's going on? Talk to me.
Hey, I'm a Jackson State alum. Matter of fact, I'm getting my master's at Jackson State right now. Played in the band, tuba section leader, assistant section leader in 08. I just want to address one thing, man. Whether he stay or go, we just need to make sure that we good, that Jackson State good, you know what I'm saying, on our front. You know what I'm saying, to make the players who are there stay. You know, if his son go, cool. If Travis go, cool. You know what I'm saying? We need to make Jackson State stay up and irrelevant. That'll be upon the AD to make sure we get the right person in place if he does leave. But if he stay, cool. I wanted to address one thing, Bear, and I know you don't like this, but that caller who called and tried to call out Scotty, that's my brother. Bear, you can shut the hell up, Bear. For real. You can shut the hell up, Bear. I've been a Jackson State fan, and my family, I'm bred out of a Southern family. I'm the only one that went to Jackson State. All my family went to Southern. Bruh, a lot of people came on the scene when Prime hit. It is what it is, but Scotty do great coverage. So you can shut the hell up, bruh, about Scotty and off script. And if you got a problem, you can come see me. You can give my number. You can give him my number, however it be. So that's all I got to say, bruh.
All right. I mean, everybody's opinion is welcome on this channel, on this platform. I'm gonna let everybody get what they got to get out.
I mean, I feel you, but man, don't be calling out nobody's name. You know what I'm saying? Keep your opinion to your opinion, but leave other people out. You know what I'm saying? Do whatever you gonna do. That's your prerogative. But if you gonna talk noise about somebody, put their name out there, then put your money where your mouth is and come see us. That's what I'm saying. Come see me. You ain't gotta see Scotty. Come see me.
All right. Well, I'm pretty sure the call is still listening. So whatever. I'm gonna go and get to the other call. But appreciate you for calling. Thank you. The man said, come see him. What's going on, calling you live? Talk to me.
Look, Scott, sound like you got a Swag World Rumble, man, on your
I know, right?
Page, man. Look, man, it's the look. I've been watching the Bayou Classic. I'm a Southern fan, but look, this is the halftime show on your channel, man.
Yeah.
I like this. Ooh, man, look, what Mr. Ford we needed, man. He can referee, man. I'm liking this, but yeah, man. I hate to agree with some of these Jackson State fans, but man. I just like. It's kind of like, man, all money ain't good money. Even though, like you say, you'll be happy for Dion, however he chooses, because of the foundation that he established. But you gotta be careful with Colorado, man. You know they got undertones of racism. And some other places you gonna always have it. Wherever you go, but Colorado been known, man, always been weird. It's a weird area, weird place.
Yeah.
And I don't know how he feels, especially when that conference not gonna staying a while anyway. Because after USC and UCLA left, does he really want to go there? And like I said, I understand if they offer you so much money, because he said he really would leave for his staff, not so much for him. If they offer him so much money, like a Jim Harbaugh situation in Michigan, where your staff is making almost $1 million, I mean, I can't blame them. But other than that, man, I would tell them just to wait, wait out, But other than that, man, like I said, you really don't see. And here's another thing too, man, because I'm watching the Bayou Classic, and I'm a Southern fan. I got to say this, man. That last drive looked so good. I don't know why we can't do that the whole game, man. Because I'm just frustrated, bro.
Yeah, I think Southern gonna drop those.
I think they're gonna drop Mr. Ford. I'm like, man, Dooley got to come on, man, because he know he an offensive guru. And they're like, we ain't got not one wide receiver on that can catch consistently. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on, because it's only so much we can just keep accusing McCary of everything, man. It's Rashawn McCray. I'm like, it's only so much we can blame him, man. I'm like, somebody got to get over. Right. But I appreciate you for taking my call, man. Thank you.
All right, thank you for the call. Man, they got a nice crowd at this Bayou Classic, though. Your thing is packed. What's going on? Calling you live. Talk to me.
Hey, Swag Buzz, how you doing, man?
I'm doing
I'm just
good.
Daryl, man, calling from Florida. Hey, the reason why I'm calling, man, I want to just give you take a different perspective on Coach Prime leaving.
Go ahead.
I was listening to the Blue Bloods the other day, and he mentioned the other day about, because Coach Prime is big on with his family, the way he handled his family and everything like this. So how would that affect Shiloh if Coach Prime left right now?
Yeah,
because remember he played already at South Carolina.
So he can't transfer again, right?
That's correct. That's what I'm saying. See, Shiloh won't be able to transfer, but everyone else can. So I don't see Coach Prime hurting Shiloh to try to go and take a job right now. That's why I thought he would just finish up his time to let Shador graduate, go ahead and maybe even win a Heisman at HBCU, because he did say he was going to entertain offers, entertain people coming to him.
Yeah.
So I think people need to really relax, because I really think he's not going to hurt Shiloh, and I know he's not going to leave Shiloh at Jackson State.
So I don't know
because Shiloh.
I don't know the inner workings of the the NCAA ruling and stuff like that, but can they like do some kind of exception or something like that? I wonder.
Well, see, I was listening to the Blue Bloods the other day because it was brought up on his show, and Blue brought it up that it was some type of NCAA rule that if Shiloh, he would lose a year of eligibility.
Yeah.
Because he has 2 more years if he stayed at Jackson State.
Yeah.
If he transferred, he would be a senior. That's why I was saying I don't think Coach Prime is going to leave, because it would hurt Shiloh. Everyone else to transfer.
I think it depends
Shiloh
on.
Played a full.
Yeah, I think it depends on if he can play right away. If he has to sit, I don't think Coach Prime leave. I don't think Coach Prime will leave. But if he can play right away and he just lose a year of eligibility, I think that that may still work for them. If he can play right away.
He played a full year at South Carolina. Shiloh had been in South Carolina a full year.
Right. Then
he transferred. He didn't play in the spring, but then he's been there for the last 2 seasons.
Yeah.
And the spring.
Right.
So that's why I was saying I don't know the rule as well, but I was thinking about it as I was listening to your show, brother, and I was thinking, I said, you know what? I don't think Coach Prime is going to leave, but he did say straight up that he would entertain people talking to him.
So somebody said,
I think it's just because.
So somebody said in the comments he can apply for a waiver. He'll get approved since his dad is the coach. So I don't know. It might be some loopholes around there, so we can't bank on that. That's why I'm putting it like this, because I don't want people to just go run with that and be like, oh, he can't leave, Shiloh can't leave. It might be ways around it. So, but I appreciate you bringing that to people's attention, though.
Got you, bro. Thank you, man. I appreciate the call, man. Wonderful time, man.
All right, thank you.
All right, man.
All right. What's going on, Carly? Live, talk to me.
Hey, I just think, I respect Dion, I respect Coach Prime, everything that he's done so far, but we just got to keep it real. If he leaves for Colorado, that's a direct, contradiction to what his mission statement was. Colorado, I thought, was an automatic no. The fact that it isn't is alarming to me. If it was a top Power 5 school or something, or even a decent one, I still would have problems with it. But Colorado, this is a contradiction of his mission statement and what he implored his recruits, his coaching staff, even Isaiah Land, to do, to stay and fight and to level that playing field. And if his reasoning is the coaches, that shows that you haven't leveled the playing field yet, which means that your mission isn't done. And I never bought that anyway, just because that's what coaching trees are for. If an assistant does a good job, other schools see that job that they've done and they make offers. You don't, as a staff, collectively go anywhere for the most part. So I think that we've tried to justify him leaving. I'm not saying us, but a lot of people have. And what I'll say is, if he does leave, I won't have any hard feelings or anything like that. I'll still appreciate what he did, but I won't be moving forward with whatever he has going on.
and I will take it as he used it as a stepping stone, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, you remember when Paul Feinbaum came out? That's the first thing he said, and a lot of people got up in arms. He was saying Jackson State was just a stepping stone position for him, and everybody got up in arms about that. My gut feeling, I think he stays. You know, I think he stays at least to Travis Hunter goes into the NFL draft. I mean, because if that was the mission, and I think, you know, you putting Travis Hunter in a messed up position too, because he did all this, you know, talking about changing the game and you know, doing all this, and then you leave, but you know, he had to follow his coach. So I wouldn't blame anything on Travis Hunter if he was to leave, you know, if Coach Prime left, because you know that the administration changed. But I don't know. I think he's gonna be all right. I think he's gonna stay.
Well, here's the thing. You know what I'm saying? He might stay. I'm not saying I think that's a possibility that he might stay. But again, it goes back to the fact that I thought Colorado was like an automatic no, like a hard pass. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
I got
Auburn,
scared of UCF,
SEC,
USF though.
Yeah, but USF, you know what I'm saying? Even that, you would be like, okay, Florida ties, you can go in with the Florida recruiting, stuff like that. Colorado makes 0 sense.
Yeah.
So the fact that I don't want to say sweating, because I think a lot of us, I think JSU fans, we get like a bad rap of like we're irrational, like if he leaves or anything like that. We're not naive, but the fact that we have to sweat this out, it says a lot to me, to be honest. I thought that should have been, if your mission statement is what you say it is. Could you imagine Travis Hunter being like, man, I you know, I understand what you're saying, but I'm gonna go to Colorado. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he turned down every top blue blood in the country for JSU, and then Coach Prime, you can't turn down Colorado. Like, I don't even Shador, even all of these recruits, you know what I'm saying, that we have, you know, everybody bought into this, and for you to go that route, I would have to look at you a little funny. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. I mean, am I tripping for that?
No, you're not tripping. I mean, you feel how you feel. You know, that's why I want people to call in to show how they feel and say how they feel about this. So what would you have him do? How would you go about this whole thing if you were Coach Prime?
If I was Coach Prime, I mean, okay, if I'm Coach Prime, first of all, if it's me, I'm not entertaining Colorado. I'm not entertaining anything because there's no place that I can have this level of impact. Like, if he stayed till Travis Hunter got drafted, let's say Travis goes first round, or Shador and Travis leave the same year and they go like high draft picks, his status in the game of football it's up there with anybody, you know. So I wouldn't even entertain any offers. But if I am going to entertain offers, be as transparent as you say that you are. And the thing is, we got big games coming up. And you can't tell me this doesn't have any impact on recruiting and all the different stuff. You got to let us know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, and I know that they probably want him to start before signing day, or something like that. So to make a decision. So he's got to be honest. That's what I would say.
They're saying they want him to make the decision by December 5th. I mean, well, they're saying that they said that Colorado wants to announce a new coach by December 5th, right before I guess, you know, the signing or whatever, the recruiting period.
Colorado's dictating. Like, we're bigger than Colorado. I hate to, but I'm saying, like, JSU is a bigger brand than Colorado by far in 2022. The fact that they're dictating like this, I don't know, it rubs me the wrong way. Like,
they want that Coach Prime brand. They want that to elevate their brand.
But here's the thing. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna let you leave. The thing is, they don't even still respect him as a coach. What I'm saying is, they do want the brand and they want the recruiting. I don't even think they really feeling like the JSU players coming in. They just want the future recruits. They want those guys and maybe Travis Hunter, but they don't respect his coaching like that. And what I'll say is, these Power Fives and these powers that be, once they get him away from us and his value is gone, and that as a legitimate threat, whenever they get the first chance to say Prime is not that good, throw him away, they will. They will. Yeah. And so the love ain't real over there. So Hey, more power to him. Whatever he does, I hope he stays. But if he leaves, that's where I get off.
Yeah, I feel you, man. Hopefully he stays though. All right, thank you for the call.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Y'all, the phone lines are open 657-390-4814. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet. If you want to contribute to the channel, you can do via super chat at Swag, well, not super chat, but at Cash App at $Swagbuzz, and you can do it through super chat. I appreciate y'all. So the phone lines are open. Y'all can call in. I'm loving to hear what y'all would do if y'all was in the position of Coach Prime. I think Israel clickbait combo. What are you talking about? He can always come back to HBCU and FCS, honestly. But if he comes back, it's not gonna be the same. It ain't gonna be the same if he come back. If he goes up there and fail and then he comes back, it's not gonna be the same. This is a one-time deal. If it don't work this time, if he leaves and try to come back, I'm telling you, it's not gonna have the same fire that it had. Hold on, y'all. What's going on, Carly Live? Talk to me.
What's going on, Sweatbud? Man, I wanted to say this too, man. And I don't want to sound like I'm trying to get the Jackson State fans on my side, but I know you've been seeing what I've been seeing. Now, Ohio State lost. C.J. Stroud was a finalist. Hendon Hooker and them lost the week before. He was a finalist. Blake Corum was a finalist for Michigan, and he didn't play today. So why Shedeur is not there? I don't have no idea why not. You see what I'm saying, man? It don't make any sense. It's like, okay, the panel or the poll should go up where if you had 5 guys and 3 of them dropped out, Caleb Williams from USC, he gonna, I understand him being a finalist tonight, if they win against Notre Dame. But Shedeur should be up there. Like where if somebody, you should have at least 6 guys up there where if something happens or whatever, you got another guy up there, man. I'm like, get this guy his credit. Whether you're a fan of Jackson State or not, or, this young man, he's well deserved of being up there, man, in New York. But that's all I had to say, though, Sweatboy.
All right, thank you. All right, let me get to the next caller. What's going on, Carly Live? Talk to me.
Yes, this is Janice from Jackson.
What's going on, Janice?
And I was calling. Okay, all right. I was calling to say, Coach Prime always talks about finishing what you started. And wouldn't that be contradictory to say finish what you started? Because he has started something. 2 years is not long enough to finish what he's starting. It really hadn't given it enough time to build a foundation. And, I really don't like the back and forth always in the back of, going to interviews and stuff like that. What does that do to the guys? The football players, how do they handle that? You're always thinking your coach is going to leave, why even if you're not going to leave within the next 5 years, stop going to interviews. It doesn't make sense to me if you're not going to leave. If you're not planning on leaving, don't go to the interviews. Just let that die out. And like you said, somebody said, there's always going to be coaching, head coaching openings all the time.
Yeah, so every year.
I have a problem with that. I appreciate what he's done so far, but he's only been here 2 years and he hasn't really built anything. We've been winning, but we really hadn't been consistent. And like I say, he always tell those guys about finishing what you started. Now, what have you started something, now you got to finish it. It might take 5 to 10 years to finish it.
So,
but that's what you said. You telling them that, but you got to do the same thing.
So you would rather him not do any interviews. So you would just
right.
How would you handle it?
I would rather he not do any interviews. If you're not planning on going anywhere in your mind, don't do the interviews. If you're not going anywhere, don't do the interviews. Why?
Yeah, I mean, from his point of view, I'm trying to think like from his point of view. Maybe he's doing the interviews to see how the process is, to see what they're offering, so he'll know what to tell other institutions, so he can drive up the price. You know, that's probably
Mm-hmm.
what he's doing. You know, when you take an interview, you
What?
want to see, okay, these people are offering me this. Hey, what y'all gonna offer? Or he probably doing that to be able to tell Jackson State something when they come to him trying to up the
Right.
money.
Which I understand. Okay, so how does that play into your guys, the guys that you got coming there and the ones that are already there? Do you think that affects them at all, or they don't really care?
Well, yeah, it's gonna affect them. I think it affects them, but we don't know what he's telling his players. He could be telling his players, "Hey, y'all, don't listen to the articles. If I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna tell y'all gonna be the first people to know. Don't listen to the articles. I'm just trying to see what they talking about. That's it." You know, he
How
could.
many interviews?
Go.
How many interviews you got to go to see what they're talking about? How many you got to go to see what they're talking about? You know what they're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my thing. That's the only problem I have is him keep going every time an opening comes up. He's going to the interviews. I'm like, if you're gonna go ahead and take it, I would love for him to stay there because he hasn't finished what he started. He said, did he not say that God led him there to Jackson State?
He did.
Okay, so shouldn't God be the one to tell you when it's time to go?
Hey, I can't argue with you there.
Are you
I
going
can't argue.
to take that in your own hands? If he told you to come there, he'll let you know when it's time to go.
Hey, there's some truth to that. But I appreciate the call.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get
All
some of
right.
these other callers. Thank you for calling.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Bye-bye.
What's going on, Carly Live? Talk to me.
What's up, bro?
What's going on?
Hey, I got a question for you, bro.
Go ahead.
What else do you think Prime needs to do, bro?
What do you mean?
What else is there? What else is there out there for Prime to do that'll make him stay at Jackson? It's just a question I got for you. What else you think it is out there for him to accomplish to do to make everybody happy?
Well, he hadn't won the Celebration Bowl yet. And
Okay.
I think he wouldn't need to. If I'm me being an HBCU fan, I want to see him dominate on the HBCU level, like build a dynasty where he's winning 4 and 5, 6 SWAC championships in a row, winning 3 or 4 Celebration Bowls in a row. You know, doing that, getting players to the NFL, getting players in the draft. You know, being one of the getting the most players in the draft on the HBCU level more than any coach. Not that he ain't gonna do more than Eddie Robinson or more than Eddie Robinson, but I'm talking about as a coach that just started getting more draft picks than most of the HBCU coaches in their first 5 or 10 years. Do stuff like that. You know, that's what I want to see.
Right. But the whole reason why, and I listen to Prime, the whole reason why he's even entertaining any Power Fives or any moves is because of what he said. It's not about him; it's about his coaches. You get what I'm saying? So Prime do leave. It's bigger than just what Prime. It's bigger than him. Basically, is what Prime is telling everybody. Basically, Prime is looking out for like his coaching staff and everybody around him. But I just feel like, in my honest opinion, bro, I just feel like, it'll be beautiful for Prime to stay, man. Like that's monumental. That's a beautiful thing. But honestly, man, I just feel like, it's coming to an end. You know what I'm saying? For Prime, I think Prime he gonna take his talent somewhere else, and it ain't about him turning his back on HBCUs and he's running and nothing like that. I just think, he gonna make that move, man. That's just, everybody know it. You know what I'm saying? If he wasn't, he wouldn't be entertaining it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Just think about it. Like, if you serious about staying, you're not going to entertain no other jobs. Like, you're going to let everybody know, like, man, look, I'm staying here. I ain't going nowhere. So I just feel like, man, Prime he going to make that move, man, to something bigger. I'm not saying it's better, but, Prime is Prime time, man. As soon as he got to the SWAC, all the other coaches hating on him. You ain't SWAC, and he had to give half his salary up, and it's just a lot. The facilities, they're still not trying to build it's just a lot goes into that, man. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I love the team stay, but it's just so much that happened. I just, and it's like, man, what more do you want? Like, he got the #1 recruit. He changed it for the HBCU. Yeah, it'd be better if he can stay longer. But it's like he did come in these last 2.5 years, bro, and really change some stuff. Like James Houston, he in the league right now. He got drafted. He just had 2 sacks yesterday. So, he really put a spotlight on HBCU, but I just don't think it's going to be like long. Like, he did make history, but how long he's going to be there is just something that I don't think none of us know. But I think we all know he's going to make a move. We just don't know when.
All right. Well, I got you. Let me get some of the other callers. Thank you for calling.
All right.
All right. Let me get to the next one. What's going on, caller? You live? Talk to me.
Oh, hey, what's up, boss? How you doing? I'm listening. Okay, anyway, so I'm just kind of listening to everybody talk whatnot. So this is interesting because I just walked in. I was talking to my dad about Thanksgiving. I just kind of feel like, it's like being in a relationship, right? And you date somebody, you've been with them for a while, but you know that it's somebody else that person's looking for. You know what I'm saying? And I'm grateful. I like everything that's going on. Listen, we all know he believed at some point, but I feel like the vision that we were having initially when he was saying we're coming here about change, right? I feel like now it's reversing. We're like the players are probably trying to make him remember that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's been a lot of disrespect for me when I see College Day and people every time you turn around. I told my dad, I was like, God, every month it's something about this, about them recruiting him. Initially, he wasn't verbal, but now he's like, listen, I'd be a fool not to look. So it's like, I don't know how you continue to build morale. I don't know how you guys go into Swag Day. To the conference, the championship next weekend, and moving forward, because it's like, I feel like Jackson State is giving him literally probably all they have to give. There's nothing else. If it's about money, we're never going to win that race. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what happens after this? Like, when do you just say, listen, this is what I'm going to be for a second? I always knew he was leaving because if you listen to Shannon Sharp, who talks to him every week, he was telling you what the conversation was like. He's like, listen, he's not going to be
that was damning. That was kind of damning too, because Shannon Sharp says he always talked to him, and Shannon Sharp been saying
he's not talked to Prime at least once or twice a week, and he was like, he always like, and even the way they market the HBCU experience is kind of like, well, now the man's trying to make some real money. He's trying to go somewhere. Why does everybody think that if you're good, it's time to go somewhere else? It's only a stepping stone. You know what I'm saying? And so how do you make that woman feel like who you with? You good enough? You know what I'm saying? Like, she's never good enough. Listen, talk about wanting him to stay. We really can't pay him what he's worth. You know what I'm saying? No school really can, if you ask me. He is the name of football. But I'm just saying to myself, dude, like, I don't know. I just always feel like that thing was ever since his surgery. It's always been in the war. He's just always been waiting on that hit the hammer to drop, And so it's like I would love him to stay, but if he's not going to stay, he probably should go on because I feel like he's never really going to be ours. You know what I'm saying? He's just kind of passing through, And listen, he's left them better than they ever got. There was somebody saying something about what's left for him to do. And do you feel like it's the end or the beginning? Like you said, there's so many things to do. Like, let's just not do it once. Let's make us the powerhouse of that. There's so much more to do. We can play these bigger schools. We can build up to that. There's a lot of things left to do, but that's depending on him. He's not wrong. Whatever he does is not wrong. It's his life. He's built his life. He has a right to say what he wants. But I'm just thinking, like, we're all over here like, please don't leave in a way. And I'm just like, that's crazy. It's draining, But listen, if he went up to Mississippi State, which I don't think he'll do that, but I would still support him. I don't care where he goes, I'll support him. I just feel like, damn, like, why weren't we good enough if it really wasn't about the money? And every time you hear them talk, it's always about the next step with him. It's never about staying here. Even when they interview and they talk about him on sports channels, every single person saying, where is he going to go next to Power 5? I don't know, That's kind of crazy to me. Anyway, that's my take on it.
All right. Thank you for the call.
Almost.
All right, let me get to the next person. Yeah, so Shannon Sharp, when Shannon Sharp is on Undisputed, he always say that he talked to Coach Prime every week. And he always saying, Coach Prime is gone when he get another Power 5 job offer. So he's always saying that, and he's always prefixing it saying that I talk to Coach Prime every week. What's going on, Caller? You live? Talk to me.
Hey, what's happening, Swag Buzz? This is Big Mike. How's everything going, man?
It's going good. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing well, man. Hey, I just want to say to everybody out there, 2 Timothy 1:7, God did not give us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. And what I'm hearing a lot of people operating or commenting out of fear and, if they lose this, if they lose that. First of all, a job is not a relationship in the sense of a romance. I believe that anybody can look at anything and, try to figure out what's best out there for them. But I really don't think Coach Prime is going to leave for Colorado for a couple of reasons. I don't think Colorado or any other Power 5 at the present time offers him that platform to be transformational, to leave that mark in history, all right? And I think Prime is all about legacy. I think the relationship with JSU and HBCUs is bigger than just football games. Now, I do agree with you in the sense that he's more than likely using it as a tool to get, whatever pay for his coaches in the end. But I don't see Colorado, I don't see any of these other schools being that place where he's going to make a real big difference. And Coach Prime has always made it clear that it's all about change. He's a change agent. What is he going to change at Colorado? He's going to bring them more money. He's going to bring them a bigger and better stadium. I think where he's at JSU, he has his daughter there who just started playing basketball. He has a son who he's trying to establish as a pro quarterback. I think he gets more attention at JSU than he will at a Colorado. He has 2 sons playing that he's trying to get that attention. So I don't think he's going to leave anytime soon. I don't know how soon that will be, but I don't think Colorado is the gemstone that will pull him away from what he's doing at JSU. And I don't think if he goes to Colorado, the brand is going to excel like the brand is excelling now on social media and other places. It just does not marry well together for the Prime effect that JSU and HBCU is given. So that's my take on it.
And I was about to say, and I also wonder, will Colorado be okay with all the social media stuff, or would they want a cut of it? Because
and exactly what you're saying is a good point. One, remember the social media stuff. Really, JSU has given Prime a lot of latitude, right?
Mm-hmm.
They've given him the opportunity to be who he is. And none of these Power 5 schools, especially with their boosters, are going to allow any coach or any African-American coach at that to come in and be bigger than the institution itself. Now, they can say they're working on, getting all the stuff thrown out where it's easier to transfer students in and all of that. But at the end of the day, the question is, it's really not the money, because money is not everything. Prime has the money. So people are like, oh, he wants more. No, he has. And he made that clear in several interviews. I got the money already. So will they allow him that latitude to be bigger and more broader and gigantic like the brand is? I don't see that. Will his sons, who is the social media guru, would Colorado allow him to sit in that position like JSU is allowing? All those different things, will they give him?
I've never seen that I've never seen Alabama or anybody let anybody be in the locker room recording and have a YouTube channel based around it. I've never seen that before. So
Exactly. So people are living in fear, but they're not looking at the nuances of the relationship that he's built with HBCUs and with JSU. Now, what I will say that if the old thinking or ways of the SWAC and HBCU, especially when it comes to the coaching level, if they don't stand up and start working together to make the SWAC, to make that conference a better conference where they can compete with those Power 5 schools, then you may see him now saying, you know what, y'all are living in the old way, y'all are still holding on to the things that have kept you back. Now it's time for me to step on. It's all about money right now. But I think where he stands right now, this is something that's going to impact not only just football, but when you talk about black people from a socio-economic and socio-political standpoint, he will go down in history, not for just making history in sports as an athlete, as a coach, but as someone that really transforms society to bring equity to everybody. And I think that's what Prime is looking at. But JSU has to find a way to make sure that his coaches are compensated. And in the long run, I don't think Colorado has that type of, how would you say, limelight to offer the brand of Prime and the brand of I Believe. You know what I'm saying? How they gonna take on I Believe and say we can make this big? I just don't see it, and I'm not living in fear. I think Prime is there for another couple of years, and everybody needs to go to bed sleeping with their teddy bear and be okay and know that God is in control. He ain't going nowhere.
All right. Thank you for the call.
Buzz. All right, brother.
Yeah.
Peace.
What's going on, caller? You live? Talk to me.
How you doing, man? My name is Kenneth Milo from Port Arthur, Texas.
What's going on, Kenneth?
Doing good, brother. I think if Deion leave, I'll be very disappointed. And not only the fact that he leaves in Jackson State, but I'll be very disappointed in him as a person also. It seems like he should be able to read the tea leaves. What I mean is, with him being in Jackson State, he not only elevated that program, he elevated all HBCUs. I wasn't even a Jackson State fan. I graduated from Morehouse College. I've spent like $600-700 in Jackson State gear here recently. We see all these different kids going to HBCUs because of him. Not only for athletics, the enrollment has increased. It's like a movement has started, and I've really seen this since the 90s. Really, we had a little brief moment of that when we was all on Malcolm X and stuff. But anyway, what they're doing, they're not giving him a start in the FBS coaching program, giving him a fresh start. What they're trying to do is stop what's going on in HBCUs, the attention we are getting, the money that's coming in, new opportunities that's being presented to us, and they're using him as a proxy. They'll reward him in cash to destroy the movement that he's spearheaded. I think he should be able to see through that. I hear his lame excuse about the coaches. Like, that's cool. I know you want to get paid, but if he was getting an offer he couldn't refuse, like a top tier school like Alabama or something like that, no, he wouldn't get Alabama. But hey, I wouldn't even blame him. Go get the money. For Colorado, come on, man. You know, and I would really be disappointed in him. He sold a lot of dreams to these kids. They done bought in. They didn't go to these top tier schools and invested in Jackson State because of him. He's actively recruiting kids right now, changing their minds from going to top tier schools, and they're coming to him. And if he makes this move right now, he will seem like the ultimate used car salesman. I won't hear none of that God talk. I won't hear none of that bull anymore. I will kind of write him off. You know, go do your thing. But the character that I think and I thought that he represented, the purity, the integrity that he walks with, man, I wouldn't believe none of that stuff anymore. And that's just my 2 cents. And I hope he don't let the powers that be use him to crush what's happening the whole HBC community right now.
All right. Well, I appreciate your input. Thank you for the call.
All right, brother.
All right. All right, let me get to this caller. What's going on, Cardi Live? Talk to me.
Hi. Yes, I'm calling from Mississippi, and I've been a Jackson State follower forever. And, when Prime came, he just made everyone believe, just like he said in his original speech. He also, when he recruited those children, he said that he was bringing those kids in because he wanted to make sure that, they're bringing light, that elite athletes can come to historically Black colleges, which it helps all the Black colleges. But now, if he leaves, it's like everything he said was a lie. And it means that those kids You gonna take, and is he gonna take all the good kids that he recruited for JSU away and put them in 4% Colorado for 4% black? It's hypocritical. And I would be so disappointed because I believed what he said, and a lot of us believed it because it was for making a change for black schools. In other words, the PWIs can't have all the athletes anymore. But if you just leave and go after a few years, the mission isn't done. You said God sent you here to give you a mission. Well, the mission ain't over with yet. So, and then as far as having the coaches, paid, well, Jackson State raised $2 million last year, I think it was, in a few weeks. Give them a chance. So yes, a lot of us are highly upset and hope that he doesn't go, but more so because of what he said. You know, what he said and what he said he wanted to do for not only JSU, for all. And what about all the celebrities like P. Diddy gave $1 million because of the movement? And then Shirley Ralph came to Jackson State and she wanted to meet Deion because of what he was doing for these black kids. So it just seems just not right to leave. But that's his priority. He can do that. And Jackson State will be okay either way. But I'm just really shocked that he would even think about doing it after all of the things that he said. God sent me to JSU. And if you listen to his first speech at JSU, it was phenomenal. And he did everything he said he was going to do. So now the problem is, you know, how do you just, like, for example, you talked to Travis' mother and said, let him be the first to come to an HBCU. Then a year later, you may be taking him away to a predominantly white school.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's what I'm talking
tough.
about.
It's definitely tough. It's definitely a tough situation. And
it
could be a legacy hit. It could definitely be a legacy hit because
I mean, I can't believe I'm gonna just be honest with you. If I was a black mother and Deion was recruiting my child after seeing this, I wouldn't do it. I might as well send him to Georgia, Texas, anywhere else. Because what you told those boys is not the same thing. You told them to come to these HBCU. You can be the first one. Kevin Coleman, same thing. And they all did. Now, you going to take them away and take them to another school? If I was a black mother and I had a child, he couldn't recruit my child if that happened. Because that's like totally not what you said you were going to do. I'm sorry. You know, Deion has done so much. We appreciate it. He's really a phenomenal person. But that right there, I mean, it's like, when can we have something? And as soon as they see us doing well, here they come. Before, they didn't even want to touch Deion. Didn't want to touch him. So he did a lot for JSU, but JSU did a lot for him too. You know, right. we laid the foundation for him to do what he did. And I remember how he looked at a Memorial Stadium and said, all these black people in here, you know, if you come to HBCU homecoming, all of that. But then all of a sudden you're going to go to Lily White, Colorado? Look,
we don't know if he's going yet. He could just be entertaining interview. He probably just, you know, he probably not even thinking about going. So we don't know yet. So hopefully he doesn't go.
Well, I hope he doesn't too. And like I said, for a lot of us, I know I can't speak for everybody, but I know it's some Jacksonians. It's more about what he said.
Yeah.
You know, we were just hoping that he was really there for that movement. Just as the man before said, that was excellent what he said. It's a movement, and they want to stop it. Do you know how they want to stop Deion? They don't want Deion going out here getting these 5- and 4-star recruits for these black schools. No. So they want to stop it.
Right.
And they want to stop it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get to some of these other calls. I appreciate you calling. It was a great call. I love your input because this definitely gives the mother side of this thing to where you know what mothers will be thinking. All right, thank you.
Yes, right.
All right.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
All right. Yeah, she was cooking, man. That sister was cooking. But yeah, that's definitely an interesting, opinion, because we don't hear what the mothers of these recruits are thinking and what they will be thinking. All right, let me get to the next call. What's going on? Call you live. Talk to me.
It's Gabe from Memphis. How you doing?
Hey, how you doing? Great.
All right. I'm gonna put it like this right here. Everybody.
Make sure y'all hit that like button too. Let's get the likes up, y'all. Go ahead, Gabe.
Okay, everybody up in arms about Deion leaving and stuff like that. Now, I guess it will be his prerogative to go, and I can understand that, and I can also understand it from everybody else's point of view. God called him and all this and that.
And this Mississippi folks now, Mississippi folks. We don't play about it. We don't play about the Bible now. We don't play about you talking about God and all this. You got to stand on it. So I understand.
I guess my thing is this right here. So eventually he's gonna leave, So what is Jackson State doing to make Jackson State the it job for another coach? Because put it like this right here, you'll never get another Deion Sanders. But once you had Deion, man, once you had that filet mignon, you can't go back to just regular ground beef.
Yeah.
And in order for us to keep this going, because like what Deion did just this past year alone, man, Good Morning America, 60 Minutes, and then College Game Day, that was huge, man.
Right.
That was huge. So now I understand that Jackson State does have a contingency plan, in case he decides to leave. So, maybe they're putting together a coaching list, But they can't go back to, I wouldn't hire nobody from the SWAC.
Yeah.
Well, nobody that coached in the SWAC. They're going to have to reach outside.
Yeah, it definitely have to be a splash hire. Somebody, it's definitely going to have to be somebody that can keep this thing going and keep those big recruits coming in to HBCUs.
That's my thing. Coach Prime, he cool. I love him. I love what he did for the school. But my thing is, what state the school going to be in once he gone? That's my thing.
Right.
And should go, Ray Lewis, somebody like that, But anyway, man, you going to the SWAC championship next week?
No, I'm going to the Celebration Bowl. I'll be at the Celebration Bowl.
Okay. Yeah, I got my ticket for the Celebration Bowl too, but I guess I'm just kind of like waiting to see. Who
and then it looked like Southern might lose this game too, so they might not be going to the SWAC championship anyway. So I don't want to see Prairie View again.
I need to switch over and see, because look like Southern was up with Grambling back on top now.
Well, they driving down the field. I think it's 17-14 Grambling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, man. I'm gonna let you go, man. Good talking to you.
All right, thank you.
All
right, let me get to the next caller. What's going on, caller? You live? Talk to me. Hello, caller. You live? Talk to me. Hello. Going once, going twice. Hello, caller. Area code 304. Are you there? All right. Let me get you to call back. What's going on, caller? You live? Talk to me.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
All right. Listen, this is what I want to just say. Everybody's trying to put the burden on one person. If Deion this, or if Deion that, or Deion promised this and Deion says that, he cannot bear the burden by himself. He can't bear the burden of a SWAC. He can't bear the burden of the HBCUs. He can't bear the burden of a parent's child making a decision which direction that he or she decides to go. It's that person's decision. It's that person desire to do what they want to. Yeah, someone may encourage them or may convince them to go a particular direction, But the final say goes to that person or to that young person or to that family that sat down and made that decision. The burden shouldn't just be on Dion about making the SWAC better, or he said he was going to do this to the SWAC. You got other head coaches out there also who needs to bear the burden. They need to get out there and recruit. They need to get out there and encourage these 4- and 5-star young black athletes to come back to the SWAC and help guide them and regain the notoriety that they had in the 70s and the 80s and early part of the 90s. Let them bear the burden also. Don't just try to give the burden to Dion. Yeah, he did say that God led him there. God led Moses into the wilderness. But it was only for a season.
But
So
can you blame them though? They are people that are humans, and we have emotions. So when you say stuff like that, you make people feel a certain type of way, and then when you do something that's contradictory to that, you can't blame them for feeling the way they feel. Like, I see both sides of it. I can't blame them for being upset at him if he was saying stuff like that. And you have people in Mississippi that are very religious people. So when you put God in things like that, yeah. I'm from Mississippi too.
Right up here in Starkville and Columbus. I'm from Mississippi. Got a lot of friends that graduated from Jackson State. Got relatives that graduated from Jackson State. Got families still attend Jackson State. They played football at Jackson State.
Right.
But my thing is that we cannot just put the burden on this man. He did say that God led him there. He didn't say how long God told him to stay there. He said he was led there and to bring a change. Has a change been made in your opinion? Has a change been made? I answer for yes, a change has been made. A change has been made because
I'm gonna be honest with you. Let me be honest with you. Give you my honest opinion. I don't think it's a sustainable change has been made. I think besides uniforms and besides new uniforms, sustainability, I don't see anything sustainable. Like, I think if he left in 3 or 4 years, we're gonna be back to where we were before he came.
Are you talking about just Jackson State, or are you talking
I'm
about
talking
the
about
whole HBCU?
the whole SWAC, the whole HBCU, and Jackson State. I think ESPN is not gonna cover us like they've been doing, because it's gonna go back to what it was. They have been ignoring us for the longest, and they started to give us exposure because Dion was calling them out. Because Dion has the cachet that he has the voice he has the clout that he has. When he speaks, he move mountains when he speaks, especially on sports and in the media and entertainment. So when you have somebody voicing and speaking up for HBCUs with that kind of power, he's gonna make change. So when that leaves and he's not speaking on HBCUs anymore, they can go back to doing the same willy-nilly stuff that they've been doing.
Okay. Dion came from the NFL, right?
Right.
Okay, now I want you to sit there and think. If you can't, I want you to sit there and think. How many other coaches that is in the SWAC that came from the NFL? Grambling has one, and what's the other school that has one?
You said Grambling has one in Bubba at Prairie View.
Yeah, Prairie View has one, and then there's one more that has coaches. Why
Alabama
can't they
State.
be vocal?
Alabama
Why can't
State.
they speak out?
They don't have the personality. They don't have the personality Coach Prime has. They don't have.
It ain't about.
Coach Prime is a superstar. He's not just an NFL player. He's a superstar. He can go on his own, create his own thing, and it's gonna be big. It's gonna blow up because of who he is.
We all are tools. And I put it like this: we all are handyman. What tools that we take out our belt to use is basically up to us. If you see something that's working elsewhere, why not get with that person? Just say if I was coaching a HBCU school, a SWAC school, and I was like, man, Dion doing this, and he got all this going. Let me get up with Dion, call him, and say, hey man, look, this is what I like what you're doing. We would like to implement something like that. What can we do? You don't have to do exactly how he's doing it, but you can take what you feel will work best for your particular team or your particular area, and then you utilize that. That's just like a teacher in a classroom. You got teachers who stand out better than other teachers, or who students excel
more than other classroom student does. But it's because what they input into it, and you just can't. I can't see people. I don't understand why people keep trying to put the burden on Dion to carry the whole load.
Let me make this example. So, okay, if Hugh Jackson complains about exposure on ESPN or something like that, you think they're gonna cover it like that? If Dion, when Dion does it, they cover it. It's on Undisputed. It's on First Take. It's on all these platforms when he said, because it's who he is. He's a superstar. Everybody knows Dion. Everybody listens to him when he says anything. Hugh Jackson doesn't have the cachet that Dion has. He has it in coaching, but the world is not gonna stop when Hugh Jackson says something.
Let me show you something. I'm a retired police officer, 25 years.
Okay.
When I went out in the community, I interacted with everybody. I interacted with people who they said didn't like the police. I interacted with people who they say don't talk, period. I interacted with people who love the police, and I got a lot from them. Then you got officers that go out in the community but don't interact with nobody, don't try to interact with anybody, doesn't try to establish a relationship, report anybody. They didn't get the same results. So it's all about those people, what they do. He's laying down the ground with what they need to do in order to make their particular team or help make the SWAC better. He's even offered to help them. He's extended the hand to other coaches. That's just like Nick Saban in the SEC. Nick Saban running a program that's different from him. He's not as vocal on TV and calling people, asking them to do this. He's going out. He's doing what he need to do to recruit these. Look, if you come to Alabama, this is what I can guarantee that's what's going to happen.
It's like apples and brother. That's apples and oranges. You talk about Alabama, which is one of the winningest programs in college football. Come on now.
Listen, but what? Okay, well we could go with Mississippi State. They get 4- and 5-star recruits too, and everybody said that we're one of the.
They barely get 5 stars. They barely get 5 stars.
I said we get some 4- and 5-star athletes too. We get some 4- and 5-star athletes, but they come here, and then they'd be one of the teams that they say that they would like to go play for. Now they might change their mind later, but they say this is a team that I would like to play for. So it's all about the coach. It's all about the program. I just don't see. I don't understand. I understand what people saying, but I don't think they should give him the brunt of the load to carry. Because, that's just how I feel about it. I'm not mad about anybody opinion decision. I'm just saying that I don't think that he should be carrying the brunt of the load by himself, that the whole SWAC and the whole HBCU should be working together to draw more attention to it.
All right.
That's what I'm saying. And then Dion has done a lot for the city of Jackson. Jackson has done a lot for the Jackson.
Sorry, brother.
State
I want to cut you
lot.
off. Let me get to some of these other callers. I need to get other people on the show. But thank you for calling. All right.
Take care now.
Yeah. Yeah, a 5-star is rare. Is schools like Alabama get 5 stars like crazy, but a 5-star player, that's a bona fide superstar. That I think the characterization on the explanation for all the 5 and 4 and 3 and 3, 2 and 1 star, 5-star says a bona fide NFL player that's gonna change the game at his position. It says something like that. So a 5-star is rare. That's why it was such a big deal when Travis Hunter came to Jackson State, because 5 stars are very rare, even on Power 5 level. For a school like Mississippi State to get a 5-star, that would be a huge deal. But let me get to the next caller. What's going on, caller? You live?
Hello?
Talk to me.
Hello?
Yeah, you online?
Hey.
Talk to me.
Hello?
Yeah, you're gonna have to turn the sound off in the background.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
I am Big John, 5-star, the projected first-round pick. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you kind of breaking up. Can you hear me, caller? Yeah, let me get you the call back. I'm gonna get someone else on. What's going on, caller? You live? Talk to me.
How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Can you hear me? All right, great. Listen, I'm not sure why people are overreacting to Colorado offering Deion Sanders offer, because a lot of the schools have offered Deion Sanders multiple things since he's been at the HBCU. I think my focus, if I was them, those who say they support the historic black colleges, the alumni, the people in Mississippi, Texas, Louisiana, won't you get up and start supporting what he's been advocating for? Because the main concern for Deion, one of the main concerns outside of the structure and the business ways and practices of black colleges was his coaches getting paid. And those coaches are NFL retirees who are used to a certain income as well. So won't you get up and start asking questions of your alumni, asking questions about what is the need, and see how you can get in and support to make sure that the change is taking place. Deion is one man, and that team didn't come about and had a success just because of him. It was because of his coaches and the staff that he had underneath him. But if somebody come in and offer his coaches, more money, what do you think they're gonna do? And I think we overreacting. It's funny when we talk about what Deion said and what he should be doing, but what should we be doing to support him? Do we now turn our back on him because some other outside influences are trying to get him? Well, we should be doing everything to support to keep him.
Yeah, that's true.
And if you believe, faith is the substance of things hoped for and evidence of things not seen. We walk not by sight, but we walk by faith. How can you say you have faith and you're not practicing any of that right now? We're just going on a tangent on something that is being rumored. Every time Deion he says this to his team and his coaches. I'm not going nowhere. I ain't trying to see nobody. But if the offer is out there, I'd be stupid to at least not hear about it. Right. And he has his main cause is because of his coaches, because he knows that those schools may not be able to get him, but they may be able to get his staff. Mm. And with that, that's all I have to say, brother. Thank you for accepting my call.
Thank you for the call. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet. Also, shout out to Dwayne for the contributions through Super Chat, and Carlton Ragsdale, shout out to you for the contribution through Super Chat. Thank you for that. Let me get to the next call. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Let's get the likes up. What's going on, Carly Live?
Hello.
Talk to me.
Hello, this is Kerry from California.
What's going on, Kerry?
Yeah, I just wanted to say I think it's a little bit of white supremacy is creeping in here, because if he succeeds at Colorado, then they're going to go get all kind of black coaches in the HBCU. If he doesn't succeed, then they're going to say, oh, he just coached in the HBCU. He wasn't that good. Then he starts all over again. You see what I'm saying? So I think he should leave, but he has to be dominant. He got to come out there and win early, or else they're going to fire him after 2 years. And then he's going to be back at the HBCUs again. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what I believe.
So you think he should? You think he should leave? You don't think he should stay at Jackson State?
I think Jackson State is going to be perfect. They're going to continue, because he's going to be still controlling everything there. They're going to be calling him for information, what to do, and all this. So he's still going to be controlling Jackson State, and he's just going to be moving on.
You think he's still going to be controlling Jackson State?
Oh, yeah. He's going to be calling in and talking to the coaches, and I think they should get a white coach. That'll throw him off. I'm serious. Get a white coach to replace him, and so when these white folks come around, they're going to be like, golly, this guy's like a college guy.
Wow. Why should they get a white coach, though?
Well, because I think then the pressure wouldn't be on him anymore. You see what I'm saying? And if this white guy fails, they go, okay, it is tougher over there in HBCU. You see what I'm saying? Psychologically, you got to throw that out there. Just throw that in there, and I guarantee you, he's going to succeed. He's going to take his coaches with him and trainers and all that, and he's going to be fine. But surprising with a white coach. We got a black.
I don't think a white coach matters. I don't think it matters. Because when you think about that, if you're scared about your coaches being taken now, and they're black coaches, they're really gonna be taken when they're a white coach. So I don't see that really.
You don't agree with that?
No, because I mean, you see what happened with Alcorn. He got a job at Southern Miss real quick. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna really lose them. You're gonna really lose them if they're white. So I don't think that would help HBCUs at all.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, if you do that, I think the black coaches in the NFL are going to jump. They're going to skyrocket, because of this. And I think you got to play their game. If you play their game and you win at their game, then they're going to come and get you. Simple as that. Deion ain't the first one going to be leaving. It's going to be another one. There's going to be another one. College program's going to be like, I'm going to get this guy from Alcorn State or Grambling. They're going to be coming in there looking at them, man, scouting them, and like, hey, okay, if Deion does good, let's go get another one. Let's go get another one. He does good, let's go get another one. And then we're going to jump up in percentage in college coaching.
But my argument with that is, why are their schools seen as the be all end all in the step up? We want to make it to where our schools seem like a good viable option for our coaches to be at. That's what we want to do.
Deion has done that already for 3 years. He's done that. Now the lights are bright on him. He's doing commercials. He's got college coaches mad at him for recruiting all these brothers. Man, Deion did 90% of what half of these other black coaches couldn't do in 50 years, except for Eddie Robinson. But Deion is right there with Eddie Robinson right now in less than 3 years. In his 50s.
Come on now, dog. Come on,
I hope
man.
you don't get mad at me, but I'm just saying he's up there with Eddie Robinson when it comes to exposure.
Oh, okay.
In the next 4 or 5 years, he's going to have like the guy up in Detroit, the HBCU guy from Jackson State. He's going to have a bunch of players playing. Man, there's going to be so many black players from Jackson State. They're going to be like top draft picks like Alabama. I mean, that's all you can ask for. Deion has done his thing, and now that his son stay there and progress, and he moves on because he's done everything he can. He can't get to the championship game. He's already accomplished that, so he can move on and set a standard that you come to Jackson State, you better be damn good damn coach. You know what I mean? Because he set the standards, the bar so high right now. I don't think nobody want to come there and coach because you got to win now. He leaves, so you got to get 9 wins.
All right. Thank you for the call, brother. Let me go to somebody. All right, let me get to the next caller. What's going on, caller? You live? Talk to me. All right, let's get to the next caller. What's going on, caller? You live? Talk to me. What's going on, caller? You live? Talk to me.
Hey. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, you gotta have to turn the background sound down.
Okay, hold on a second. Hold on. Okay, how about now?
Yep, you good to go.
Okay, so it's a couple of observations that I've noticed that people they hadn't asked Deion Sanders this one question, right? What would it take for you to stay at Jackson State? And I'm a Jackson State alumni,
Mm-hmm.
And I know that they want to bring up Walter Payton and and some other people that's Hall of Famers, that was great players. But the thing is that we never had this kind of shine. And see, I live in the D.C. area now, but but I'm from Mississippi, from Jackson, right? So even the city of Jackson, went to high school there, elementary, middle school. But nobody's asked this man that one question. What would it take for you to stay at Jackson State? Now, if his thing is nothing that we can offer, that's different. But what would it take for you to stay at Jackson State?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, nobody's asked this man that question directly. You know what I'm saying? They've asked him, hey, man, what would you do if you get Power 5 position offer, our entertain, blah, blah, blah. But nobody said, what would it take for you to stay at Jackson State?
That should
And
be
then
the
on
question
top of that,
that these interviewers are asking.
Huh?
I said you right about that. That should be the question that these people on TV are asking.
Right.
Asking him instead of asking
It's a
about
very
Power
simple
5.
question. Because, again, what would it take? What do we have? I mean, like I'm alumni. Would it take me giving $15, $25? If 1,000 was give that for your assistant coach, is it really about the assistant coach? Is it about a stepping stone? You know, what would it take for you to stay? And again, we've never had the resources PWI would have, but what would it take for you to stay? And then the other thing that I observe is this. You know what I'm saying? Deion Sanders, you know what I'm saying, he has 5 children. 4 out of his 5 kids are now at Jackson State University as students. You know, the one that's taping, his daughter who's a freshman, that's a basketball player, and the 2 sons, that one was going to South Carolina and transferred over, and the other son, you know, saying Shador, that, you know, came down because you made a belief. Even Travis Hunter, he said in one interview that, hey, Travis, come and be different. You know, a big time player going to a big time school, that's nothing. That's why it was so big for him to come, right? And I would say it's been equal as far as Deion Sanders didn't have to come to Jackson State. Jackson State didn't have to reach out to Deion Sanders. And I don't think he would have got all this shine. And like people saying, what he does for us is historic.
Mm-hmm.
Well, him going to Colorado or somewhere else, or even Florida State, okay, a big time name goes to a big time school. Okay. But what he's doing with I mean, I'm up here talking to people that go to different HBCUs all the time, and they feel like this man represents them. That even the Howards, the Morgan States, the Bowie States. I mean, I see more HBCU shirts I've ever seen in my life. I'm so proud that I mean, he's bringing science to not only Jackson State, but to Jackson, Mississippi, because most of the stuff that we're known for is not very good.
Right.
You know? And so I'm just saying, from being up here, from that area, living up here, I mean, I went to a Ravens game. I had my Jackson State gear on. You know what I mean? It's a different level he's doing. What he's doing for us is historic. But it's also more shine on him than he ever would have got. You know, like on this level, as far as impact.
All right.
As far as the player, I love Deion Sanders. But the impact he's doing now is on a totally different level than he ever did as a player. And he was a two-way player, superstar. But this is changing other people's lives. That was changing his life, right? And we were fans of his life. But what he's doing now is changing our lives.
All right, Mr. Ford, I'm going to get to you in just a second.
Question,
let me let him wrap it up.
What would it take for you to stay? And number 2, what do you tell your own children? Your sons wouldn't have come there. Your daughter would have came to Jackson State. But you had them to believe there was a mission. And I will say again, the mission isn't complete. Jackson State still needs that stadium. If he leaves, it's sunk. He's got that little racist governor finally on board on trying to actually help Jackson State get a stadium. You know? I mean, he's working on Republicans and Democrats. I mean, that's why he said he's about people and not about party, because he knows how to play that game. And you know you have to get the white folks with the money to support and for them to feel like they're getting something out of it.
I appreciate your call. Let me get to some of these other callers, though. All right, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. All right, bye.
All right, let me get my guy, Mr. Ford, on. And the other callers, I'll get to you in just a moment. What's going on, caller? You live? Talk to me.
Hey, Swag, this is Mr. Ford. I wasn't going to call in. I'm watching the Bayou Classic.
Yeah, I'm watching it too. I got the TV playing too.
Just said something so ignorant and so foolish. I just had to call in when this man had the nerve to say out of his mouth that Dion is on the same level with Eddie Robinson. Dion has coached, 2 or 3 years at Jackson State. Eddie Robinson coached from 1941 to 1997, and he on the same level with Eddie Robinson. Eddie Robinson, I think, is the winningest coach in college football, not no HBCU. He got over 400 wins. He put over 200. He had 200 players drafted. And you listen, whoever you are, caller, please don't call back. If you're gonna call back, say intelligent stuff. Man, that was ridiculous. And I'm gonna end on this. Whether Dion goes or stays, we gonna be all right. Black colleges started in 1836 up there in Pennsylvania with Cheney State. We still going on. Dion is 50-some years old. And what we worried about, let me tell you something. Dion was the idea of President Hudson and that man Ashley Robinson. You think they ain't got no more ideas? Listen, I'm going to call back, Swag. I'm trying to finish the game up. I'm going to call back, okay?
All right, thank you for the comments, Ford.
Okay, all right.
All right, let me get to the next caller. What's going on, caller? You live? Talk to me.
Hey, man. Yeah, I just wanted to say that I don't think Dion should take the Colorado job, but I do think I heard that USF won, so I do think he should take the USF job. Just because he's from Florida, he can have big name recruits come from that area, and then I think how we just had the Florida versus Florida State game yesterday, big rivalry. I think with him being at USF, he could turn that into a rivalry against Florida and Florida State, and just bring that program up.
So,
but I do agree that he's done a great job at Jackson State.
So you do know USF is a group of 5 school, right? So that's not even Power 5. So
definitely. Yeah, I know that, but I think he could. I mean, they have been ranked in the top 25. It's not a Power 5 school, but they have been ranked in the top 25 on occasion.
I got you. I just don't know if he'll be able to go to the playoffs coaching at a school like that. That's the only thing I'm concerned with. Like, will he be able to make it to the college football playoffs? Because you know how they kept all these other schools out.
Yeah.
You know, when they had undefeated season, they kept all these other schools out.
Definitely. I remember like Boise State, TCU.
Mm-hmm.
I think with him, I think maybe not the first year, but if he win consistent and he get up in the top 10, top 5, they gonna end up giving him a shot. And especially he win those bowls game that he get the first couple years, I think they will. I think he can definitely make a bigger impact. And but he doing a great job at Jackson State, man, and I appreciate him. He doing it for the culture. I just think he can have a bigger impact at a USF. You know what I'm saying? I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm a proud black man, but Dion's so big that I don't think he should be just for black people. He should be for everybody. Not saying we don't want him, but I mean like Jesus. You know what I'm saying? He big. Let him help everybody. And I think he have a big impact with black athletes.
So let me say this. So you saying you want him to help everybody? They got people helping them at PWIs. They got a lot of help. They got the state giving them all kinds of money. They got, they got all these resources at those schools. So why not give HBCU the help that it needs? That's what I'm saying. Like, why not focus on that instead of propping up somebody that already got, what they need to prop themselves up? All Colorado got to do is just hire a good coach that's gonna get them some wins. They don't have to be Dion, and they're gonna be good. But Jackson State could get a good coach that makes them go undefeated, and they still not get the exposure that they would get if they had Deion Sanders. That's the thing I'm saying. You understand what I'm saying?
In that case, Deion had brought more money to Jackson State. He got a Walmart to sponsor them, buy them fields. But I think it will take so long. Not so long, maybe 5 to 10 years for him to bring in that revenue like it needs. And then at that point, that's just Jackson State. Deion needs to stay there for a while and become the commissioner of the SWAC. And then, be like the president of HBCU football. That's he got so much work to do
if we want to take HBCU football to that level. But Deion already done said, yeah, he gonna entertain Power 5 and bigger school offers. He'll be a fool not to. Now, if he would have said, no, I'm committed to the coach, I already got money, then we need to start talking about, okay, Deion need to be the commissioner of the SWAC now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I could
But
definitely see that one day in the future. Like once he's done coaching, I could see that him coming back down and trying to be the commissioner of HBCU football. I could see that happening.
But as of right now,
yeah,
and don't get wrong, as of right now, I know how you said, the PWI, they already got money. As of right now, for Deion to help more people, including us, and us primarily, a USF or a Colorado will give him more funds, and he'll have more tools and more assets to be able to help us and others.
To help who?
To help us and others.
How you gonna help us at USF?
Because he gonna have the top black athlete going to USF.
Well, who gonna make the money off of that though? Who's gonna reap the benefits off of that?
Okay, I see your point now.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, I see your point.
You gotta follow the money. You gotta follow the money.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely see your point. If he stayed that state, then we all benefit off that. If he goes to USF, even though you know what, it's gonna be the same trend if he go to a USF, because everybody else gonna reap the benefits, and they really just gonna take out athletes. Now I see exactly what you're saying. Yeah, I do. But I just want to call in and say that, man, I think USF will be a better fit. But ultimately, I hope he stay at Jackson State, man. But I don't think he. If he do for a long period of time, it will surprise me. But I hope he stay, 5+ years, because then I think he'll be able to do what he needs to do to generate that income and make HBCU what it needs to be.
All right. Thank you for the call.
All right. No problem.
Ooh, we were rolling almost 2 hours. Somebody said whip his ass. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the channel. The phone lines are open 657-390-4814. Grambling is moving down the field right now. They're trying to march down the field and score. The score is 21-17 Southern. We got 8 minutes and 45 seconds left in the game. This is what it looks like when your whole fan base is 4-0. I love my old fans, man, but my old listeners. I don't have fans. I don't think I'm nobody like that to have fans, but I have listeners. Let's put it like that. Is this a distraction for JSU undefeated season? Could be. Deion on the main line. Keep the party going. Yeah, but I think I'm gonna cut the show, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in, liking and subscribing to the channel. I might do a show tomorrow or Monday, depending on how things develop. How played live said, listeners, my bad. Yeah. Yeah, but the old alums are the ones who are actually cutting the checks to the schools, right? Exactly. Another question to ask is Deion willing to break his contract deal with Under Armour? That's a good question. Because wherever he goes, I think Colorado, they're under Nike. So he would have to work that out with them. I got JSU losing the Celebration Bowl if they go. Coach Prime is grown. He can go wherever he likes. Remember, JSU being lit, Coach Prime just added to the spice. Say it again, Miss Gowdy. Mr. Ford is a perfect example of why you should have the elders around to bring history, knowledge, and wisdom. Yeah, we love Mr. Ford over here. But all right, y'all. I appreciate y'all tuning in to the channel. This was fun. I just wanted to get y'all opinion on things, what y'all thought about what's going on. Southern got a look like a pick 6 or something, y'all. They done went up and they about to go up 28 to 17. But yeah, y'all enjoy the game. Y'all enjoy the Bayou Classic. I appreciate y'all tuning in. And I'm going to see you guys on the next one. I'll let you all know when I go live next time. I'm gone.